EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Trojans will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start.
All right, let's get it. Right. Get set.
Grab behind the line. It's dribbling. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He did not make it, a stone wall on third down.
No gain on the play. Now, fourth down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, USC.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he's looking into the middle. And he makes the grab at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. Caught behind the line. It's Haas. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll try to snap it quickly. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. We're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Got it! And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels have it in scoring position on first and goal. To the air, it's Simmons. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Fit it in the window for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
gun. Running back gets to give. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
That's reeled in. It's Lane. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
3rd down, man. You'd think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. But this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires to the big fella. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's dribbling. Able to make his way past the sticks for the 1st down, and time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Right on target this time. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me there, Andy.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Plows through the defense. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Jordan. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for two and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ray. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hands it off. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football, and that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Strachan. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. It's complete to the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Ray. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's dribbling. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gets the back moving. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Here's the heat. They get to him as he throws. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Makes a grab past the marker. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Simmons. He lobs one high down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, they're after him! And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush.
Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up. Don't you know, bump it up. You got to bump it up.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Strachan.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. They'll try to run for it. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here.
Oh, he's got some space. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Trojans! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stribling. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
On fourth down, going to the air. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Back to pass, it's Simmons. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Lemon. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script, almost a guarantee.
Breaks into the open. and it was lights out after that. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Ray. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21.
Let's go.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Haas. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Lee. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Trying play action. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
It's now second and goal.
Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Rebels! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Stribling. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out.
That keeps the score. USC.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Finding open areas. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lemon. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes down the right side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USC. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Leinart, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and
he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. To throw, it's Simmons. Got a man, it's Taylor. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Bringing the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tight end now in motion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage And they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Simmons. Here comes the heat. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
So with the late lead, they're ready to judge.